I'm standing in front of Queen's Park in Toronto, and behind me is a large box, and in that large box is the statue of Sir John A. Macdonald, the first Prime Minister of Canada, also longtime Premier of the United Provinces of Canada East and Canada West. This statue was put up in honor of him, of his achievements as our first Prime Minister. Getting this country going, for better or for worse, was a large affair due to him. But his rule was not without his victims, and among his primary victims were, in fact, the people of the First Nations. So a few years ago, when they found disturbances in the grounds of some former residential schools, which may have been graves of children who died at the schools at the time that they were open and operating, Macdonald's name became questionable. His role in our history has been called up again. Several of his statues were vandalized. This one was painted once or twice. And in other places, his statues have been removed and taken away. Around that time, this statue was boarded up, but it's never really been decided what to do with it, so it's still there. Now, it calls into question, what is a statue? What does it celebrate? Why is it here? And if somebody did something heinous, does that mean the statue should be removed or that it should never be put up at all? So it's a good debate to have. Who do we honor? Why do we honor them? For what are they honored? Now, my opinion is of no consequence. I'm not anyone significant. But if I were to have my druthers, I would actually leave the statue up. But beside it, I'd raise a second statue to his victims. And that way we could say, here is the man. He is responsible for this. He's also responsible for that. Which one of those two is his legacy, or what combination? That's something you need to decide for yourself. But when I came around to this side to look at the statue, I discovered that they are putting up a monument after a fashion. That's where those shoes are, the children's shoes. They're left here in memory of the people who went to the residential schools and never came home.